Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, a happy Monday to you all. Hopefully, you are off to a good start of your week. Hopefully, you enjoyed your weekend. Almost in August. Cannot believe it is almost August, but one more day of July left, and we have an album to check out. This is ITZY's Kill My Doubt EP, their 7th EP. Man, they have been. It feels like it hasn't been that long, but also it's been a long time since ITZY debuted. Time isn't real. Anyways, we have the rest of the EP to check out. So this was originally a 6-track EP, but through having 2 pre-release MVs as well as the MV for the title track, we're already halfway done with the album. So we're going to be checking out the 3 B-sides that we haven't heard yet. So we have got Bratty, we've got Psychic Lover, and we've got Killshot. Those 3 songs we're going to be checking out on the album listen today. Barring this gets, content ID and things like that, the timeline below is going to be chapter based of whatever song we are listening to. If you want to see me watch along to the MVs for the pre-releases and the title track, those are on the channel, and you can find them on the ITZY playlist and things like that. And yes, let's just jump into it. I know I haven't been, I think, the best receiving of ITZY's music this era. Like, I'm not maybe as kind of like energetically enthusiastic about the stuff that's released so far, but that doesn't mean I'm any less excited about the album in general. ITZY always managed to sneak in a little hidden gem of a B-side, and I'm really hoping that we're gonna stumble across one today. So, track number 4, song number 1 on our album, listen here real quick. This is Bratty. Lyrics by Ellie Sue and Lily June of 153 June Bus. Very exciting. Ben Heim, Adrienne, Lawrence Arnerson, Michael O.G.K. McHenry. Some of these names I actually remember from other albums that we listened to. Composition: Ben Heim, Adrienne, Lawrence Arnerson, Michael O.G.K. McHenry, and then arranged by Days of 1993. Alright, let's send it real quick. Here we go.
Call me bad, good and 나쁜 애 언제나 제멋대로 건방지대 I'm bad 제 말은 쉬워 그냥 뱉어 난도 아무것도 나를 모르면서 I like 질투하는 너의 마음이 나를 더 눈부시게 만들 테니 그래 떠들어봐 실컷 talking 뻔한 그 속을 잘 알거든 하나둘씩 다 벗겨진 face 예쁜 가면 뒤에 늘 화가 나 있지 왜자 여기 봐봐 지상 close up 화내지 말고 너 좀 웃어봐 posing I'm Bratty
Very steady song in terms of the energy so far. And I was like looking on this screen. I'm trying to pull up the Genius page for this album. It is a strangely steady song. Like there hasn't been a whole lot of energy changing up and down. Yeah, it's like still the song just keeps going. I wonder if this drop means this is the bridge. Time-wise, that would check out. Wow. Where'd the giggle come from? Um, hmm. Ooh. Compositionally, a very gutsy composition choice. So, I reckon this is one of those songs where, at least for me, it's one of those that once it starts playing, it just doesn't really stop. And there's really no kind of room for the song to stop. And for me, it's not because like the song is really quick or anything like that. It's just that beat is so constant across the board. Like you really don't feel a change in the beat until you get to the bridge, and that is again, it's kind of like the title track Cake in a way where they've taken the standard pop song formula and really mixed it up. Because on a pop song, you would know when you're listening to it, you have the verse will have a certain feeling to it. The pre-chorus would normally kind of drop down or go into a bit of a build, and then the big energy release in the chorus. That's typically how the pop song formula is. But for this song, especially that beat stayed so steady once it kicked in, all the way from beginning to end, minus that bridge section. And it almost makes it a kind of tricky to follow. Like, I'm gonna listen to that first verse again. I don't typically do these on album listens, but I want to listen to that first verse and try and decipher like what the puzzle pieces are like. So intro, verse, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pre-chorus.
You call me bad, good and 나쁜 애 언제나 제멋대로 건방지대 I'm bad 제 말은 쉬워 그냥 나타난다 아무것도 나를 모르면서 I like 질투하는 너의 말이 나를 더 눈부시게 만들 테니 그래 떠들어봐 실컷 talking 뻔한 그 속을 잘 알거든 하나둘씩 다 벗겨진 face
Yeah, that's so interesting. Like, I physically have to like count out the measures to figure out where in the song we are, and even then I still don't know if I'm accurate or not, because there's no kind of like telltale signs that like, oh, now we're in the pre-chorus, oh, now we're in the chorus, now we're back in the verse. Like, there's really no sign of it, and especially because both that melodic top line and that beat is just constant. I haven't listened to a song like this in a very long time. Wow. Honestly though, like already just I know this is based off of like one B-side, but shout out the music team behind ITZY for like kind of challenge like giving them quite challenging songs. Is I wonder what this is going to be like live. I reckon a live performance of this might really change how the song is perceived. Interesting. I'll have to keep that in mind. Next up, Psychic Lover. Let's see. Lyrics by Danke of La Studio. That's a name I've seen many a time doing album listens. Composition, Christian Fast, Gusten Dahlqvist, Sophia Quinn, Noemi Legrand, with Gusten Dahlqvist on arrangement.
I can be your psychic lover so I can read your mind No lie 내 눈엔 보여 네 표정 너머로 자꾸 아른대는 걸 어설프게 아닌 척해도 아무 소용없는 걸 Would you already know 어쩜 나보다도 내가 더 잘할지도 아직 내겐 낯선 something side of you 때론 어떤 설명보다 느낌이
Already, this song is a lot easier to follow. Like, I can tell we're already in the pre-chorus. Hello? Oh, this wasn't what I was expecting from that pre-chorus. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and then it goes back into the original meter of the song, and it's so chill. Like, it's such a nice, relaxed song at this pace. And then now, like, we're in the pre-chorus, it's still this slower pace. You just have the electric guitar and like the band instruments building. And then, all of a sudden, double time for this chorus. Oh, I like that in this pre-chorus now. In the final pre-chorus, you can feel that double time beat earlier. Oh, stack the little section. Wow. That is a surprisingly high octane sound. Pleasantly surprised by that. Actually, very pleasantly surprised by that. Here's the thing. I wouldn't have minded if the song kept that kind of slower pace. Like, I was kind of expecting a slower pace in all honesty. So when that first chorus dropped, boy, did that catch me for a surprise. And like that transition into that faster beat came in so smooth and so under the radar that there's a very subtle little bit of a riser, and I think you can kind of hear the drum part kind of start adding in a little bit of a faint drum fill towards the end of that pre-chorus. There's really no kind of major indicator that that beat is going to double time it for the chorus. And I think that like sudden injection of energy, it feels like, not how many of you will know your cars and stuff, but it feels like launch control, where you're just kind of sitting, you know, rev the engine a little bit, and then all of a sudden you take your foot off the brake, and it just goes. Poof. It feels like that, and I kind of love it. Oh, okay, that song is a trip, but for me, B-side of the album for me so far. And then we have one last song. This is Kill Shot, lyrics by Kang Eun-jung. Composition Sophia Quinn, David James Burris, and Noemi Legrand, with David James Burris on arrangements. Kind of doubling up on some of the composition team from Psychic Lover, which is a good sign considering how much I like that one. So let's check this one out. Here we go.
Kill shot, 다음은 guess what? 하나도 남김없이 모두 해쳐. 막막한 머릿속 red light 긴장하지 마 don't mind 때론잖아 하던 대로 딴 생각은 비워버려도 기회는 한 번뿐이지 실수는 안 돼 끝까지 지금 이 떨림 불안함까지 온 힘 다해 해내리면 돼내 믿으면 돼긴 어떤 이게 입을 끝내면 돼 Kill shot 다음은 guess what 하나도 남김없이 모두 hit자 Kill shot 하나 남은 count 다 쓰러져 down so never doubt
Oh, I kind of love that they left that rap section completely open.
Yeah, you 속에 stay I don't want it 흔들리지 마 날 향하는 ice 난 즐길 거야 내던져준
Give me that vocal harmony.
도망치지 않고 face 포기하는 빛 방심한 사이 파고든 채
Oh, this is so interesting. Little playground game motif? Oh, what an interesting song. Oh, what an interesting song indeed. Also, that's so short. 2 minutes, 16 seconds? My goodness, that's like an extended outro in certain albums. But, whoa! Have I heard? I'm trying to think of other ITZY songs that have given me this kind of almost industrial sensation. I can't think of any at the moment. It almost kind of gives me similar feelings to the chorus breakdown in Racer a little bit. It's like the moving synths with the kind of firearm sound effects and things like that give off a industrial yet also futuristic cyberpunk aesthetic to it, which I quite like. It's a very charming song. It's also kind of mysterious too, like the way the vocals are kind of set lower in their register a little bit, especially like the completely silent little fills in the like the rap verses where it's just the rapper and the snapping. I think it's they've done a lot with the songs on this album compositionally. This is not a straightforward pop album, and I love it because of it. They've taken a lot of interesting composition choices that not many groups would challenge, and I think that's very cool. That ITZY have kind of gone and made an entire project out of really kind of challenging the industry norms when it comes to the compositional formula of a pop song. I'm vibing with it. I'm vibing with it. I think. Ooh, I don't know if I'll be able to rank this album in particular off of like the other albums of ITZY that I've frequently listened to. But when it comes to kind of like innovating their sound identity and things, not innovating their sound identity, but kind of elaborating on their sound identity, showing off a little bit of range, showing that fight in them in a way where they're not just a pop group making pop music, they're a pop group that's really kind of making their own interpretation of pop music. I think is very interesting. And I'm vibing with it. I'm vibing with it indeed. But that is it for me today. Thank you all for watching along or listening along with me wherever this ended up. I don't really know. This I'll find out when I go and upload it. But that's it for me today. Thank you all for watching along. One last request from me today. Let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world. Whether it be, checking with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, an ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.